Hello. I know I haven't posted in a while. And the last video was a saddish one. But I'm back, and I have another sad video. If you've dabbled in the VR chat community close to its beginning, or even currently, you may have heard the name Drumsy pop up. And if you're not familiar with that name, he is a YouTuber that makes silly videos and news reports on VR chat. And if you want, you can go ahead and click off this video. You don't have to watch it all the way through. So, this video is for Drumsy fans. You've all probably heard the news by now about Illy. And I'm just as sad as everybody else, maybe even more. Illy was a big part of my life. Anytime I needed a laugh, I would put on a Drumsy video with Illy in it, and anytime I was sad or depressed, I always knew there was that crazy Scottish girl there to make my day. Now, I'm here to raise awareness for the disease that Illy had, cystic fibrosis, or CF. Cystic fibrosis feels a little different to everyone, but it all comes down to a problem with the way salt and water move in and out of the cells. Mutations found on both copies of a specific gene cause proteins throughout the body to be made incorrectly. This results in a buildup of thick, sticky mucus in the lungs, and beyond leading to inflammation and infections that can cause damage. Even before it can be felt, genes carry the instructions for every part of the body. Sometimes an abnormality or change occurs in these instructions, which can cause certain diseases. These faulty instructions are called mutations. And there are many different types. The specific gene responsible for CF is called the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator, CFTR gene. This gene contains the instructions for producing CFTR proteins, which do an important job on the surface of certain cells throughout the body. Just like other genes, the CFTR gene is inherited from parents. Every person has 2 copies of this gene, not just people with CF, and gets 1 copy from each parent. A parent who has CF has 2 copies of the CFTR gene. This gene with disease-causing mutations, which means that the CFTR protein in their body aren't able to do their job. A person who does not have CF either has 2 copies of the CFTR gene without disease-causing mutations, or is a carrier, meaning they have 1 copy of the CFTR gene with a disease-causing mutation and 1 copy of the gene without. You may have heard about salty sweat, or Illy said in one of the videos she had salt in her eye. it was her sweat was very salty and it got in her eye, and that's what she was talking about. She even explained this in one of the last videos she was in. So, as a telltale sign of CF, and that's because people with CF are likely to have saltier sweat. So, because of higher sweat chloride levels, right? Chloride is the key component of salt. So, when a lack of CFTR function causes an imbalance of salt and water, more chloride shows up in sweat. That's why sweat chloride is an indicator of CFTR function and why the sweat lasts. Which measures sweat chloride? If one of the ways is one of the ways to diagnose CF. So what does sweat chloride signal beyond diagnosis? CFTR function. Sweat chloride levels, also known as SWCI, con- uh, it's yeah. Sorry. I made a script for this and I'm reading off the script, so that's what's happening here. So and disease severely are closely linked since increased sweat chloride levels suggest that chloride is not moving through the cells properly. It can be an indicator of poor CFTR function, which can then lead to thickened mucus, inflammation, infection, and eventually organ damage. That's what happened to Illy. Her organs got way too damaged, and that's what caused her passing. I'm gonna stop here. I'm sorry for the boring and sad video, but Illy, I hope you're resting well. I don't speak for everybody, and that's a fan of Drumsy and a fan of you, but I'm pretty sure that we all hope that you are resting well and peacefully. We miss you every day. You were the most hilarious person that I've ever seen. You always made something good out of a bad situation. And I plan to do the same. Fly high, Illy. You will never be forgotten.
Illy, I'm a hungry little guy.
I'm a hungry little gal.
Illy, what do you eat in Scotland?
Children. I'm just f***ing with you. We like ice cream. The glorious food, cake, chocolate, and custard. While we're in the mood, please fill me with mustard.
Ellie,
Aye,
can you come and get your nib?
I'm recording.
Shit.
Was I a science experiment this whole time, Mum?
Oh my god! That's a yes! What do you think, Doc?
This is going to be a tricky one. I mean, there's physical damage, there's mental damage, there's damage that was there before, there's going to be damage there that was after!
Illy, now that you're fully restrained, how do you feel?
You see, Drumsy, I will be dying, and so will you. And so will everyone here. Toaster oven. That's what I want to explore. We're all hurtling towards death, yet here we are for the moment, alive. Mario Kart Yoshi Bike. Each of us knowing we're all gonna die. Each of us secretly believing we won't. Walnuts in a submarine, horsey going